Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. So this morning when I was chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, I was taken back to my childhood days, where there was a temple right in front of my house, and me and my friends would play there every single day. I remember it was also the peak of cartoon era, all those Ben 10 and all the stuffs. It was the peak of cartoon era, and back then I used to watch that Krishna cartoon of green gold animation. I was so fascinated with that. I was a very small kid back then, probably 6 years old at the time. And when I watched that Krishna cartoon, I just saw Krishna as my friend, like so much connecting, and I felt like I was in that cartoon. He was my friend, and I was in that cartoon, and we would play together, stuff like that. And wow, one more thing that I was just so excited about when I was a kid. That was the Rath Yatra of Radha Krishna, and it happened on Janmashtami every single year. And I would be so excited to go there. Like once I got there, I would be like, no, I refuse to leave. My dad would be like, okay, let's go home now. It's late already. I refused to leave completely. And I asked my dad to buy me the flute and the peacock feather as well, which would be on sale on that Rath Yatra event. It was also wonderful. And my mind was going through all those times of my childhood days that I spent with Krishna. And I just couldn't help but feel grateful, so grateful that I got to grow up on the kind of environment where there was so much of devotion and spirituality all around. Like even the cartoon we watched, even the environment I grew up in, and the people I grew up around, there was so much devotion and spirituality involved. And I could not help but feel grateful while I was chanting. And as I'm chanting, like Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. As I'm chanting, all of a sudden there's goosebumps all over my body. My eyes are closed and tears start filling my eyes because I feel that intense separation with Krishna. But again, my smile just gets so widened at the same time because somehow I also feel that unexplainable spiritual bliss from within, and I cannot help but smile with tears filling my eyes. And I've noticed that happens every single time I feel the presence of Krishna near me. I knew Krishna was today here while I was chanting. And wow, it's just so unexplainable. Just that feeling that I don't know how to explain it. Like, is that bliss? Is that separation, blend of two? Just otherworldly experience. And wow. But moving on onto the video, I just wanted to make that point of like Krishna never leaves our side. He's always here. He's always near us. And my question is, if he is always around us and he is the well-wisher of every single one of us, every single one of us, he wishes the best and he wants the best for all of us. So then why not treat him as a family? That's my question. Why not treat him as a family? Why not treat the best well-wisher for us as our family? Because he's always waiting. He's always waiting. Like, when is this little guy gonna turn towards me? He's always waiting patiently, just sitting in one place and just sitting in the hearts of everyone and just patiently waiting. When is this guy gonna turn towards me? Imagine if we were in his position, we would be like, "Are you gonna turn around? I'm just gonna leave right now. Oh, you know what? Forget this, forget this. To hell with you. I'm gonna leave right now." We would be like this. Imagine if we were in his position. He's been ignored so many times. He's been left alone so many times, and he just patiently waits there when we will turn towards him. Imagine, can we take his position? Just imagine us sitting there, and for whom we are waiting, that person is just ignoring us, or sometimes just telling weird negative things about us that is not even real, and it's just due to his ignorance. Imagine that we are in his position. What would we do? We'd be like, you know what, to hell with you. I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. Wouldn't we do that? Or would we be like patiently waiting for millions of years? Oh, when will you turn towards me? No, we don't have that level of patience. So please understand, the little things we do for Krishna, they amount to much. They amount to so much. He's been patiently waiting for us. And so the little simple things we do for him, they amount to way too much. Like if we give an example of this, of our family on this material platform, this material existence, just think about how much we have kept our family in our thoughts. We're always constantly thinking of our family. Oh, I forgot to call my parents today. I'll call them later on. I haven't met my sister in a long time. I wonder how is she? Hope she's fine. Hope she's doing well, and I wish to meet her soon. We keep our family in our thoughts so much constantly. We just gotta keep Krishna in our thoughts as well. Just in the same way we keep thinking of our family, we gotta think of Krishna as well in the same way. Like, I haven't talked to Krishna well today. I wonder how he's doing. And when we think of Krishna in the way we think of family, it's just so beautiful. Now we are finally acknowledging the person who actually wishes the best for us. I'm not saying our family don't wish the best for us, but in this material existence, it's not pure. It's still attached to those material impurities. Those well-wishers, even though they wish our family, even though they wish the best for us, that is still coming through a point of material impurity, where there is a little bit, even if it's like a little drop of material impurity. But Krishna's well wishing, Krishna's Krishna wanting best for us, not it's not impure in any way. It's just divine and pure. And so when we think of Krishna like that, oh, I haven't talked to Krishna well today. I gotta talk to him. And how do we talk? We talk through chanting, and we just remember Krishna. Just talk to Krishna normally, like a family. Simple as that. And just like how we go above and beyond for our family. Like, oh, my son may like this watch. Oh, it's my wife's birthday today. I gotta do this. Let me get this for her. Let me get this gift for her. She would love it. We should think for Krishna in the same way. Like, oh, Krishna will love this food. I will cook this for him. This cloth will suit Krishna so much. I'll get this for him. Talk to Krishna and just express yourself like, you must be so hungry, Krishna. I brought these fruits for you. Just express your love as you do towards your family to Krishna. When you speak to Krishna like that, you like he is your family. Oh, you must be so hungry, Krishna. But don't worry, I brought these foods for you. I cooked this for you. You may like this. When you do such things for Krishna with love, that amounts to so much. It might seem those little things, just remembering Krishna, just talking to Krishna, just doing little services for Krishna, like cooking food, just sharing your time with Krishna. Those little things amount to so much. Because when it comes to Krishna, no effort is wasted. No effort is wasted when it comes to Krishna. And Krishna sees through all of that. He sees all of your efforts and he reciprocates. Krishna reciprocates. Why wouldn't he? Like, you are a part of Krishna, so why wouldn't he reciprocate? He's seeing all your efforts and he reciprocates in the same way. Just see how beautiful this is. And the purest form of relationship is between God and his devotee. However, here's the interesting part. When you start treating Krishna as your family, when you make Krishna your family, it's not only limited to him and your relationship. You become a better human being overall when you start treating Krishna as your family. Because now you cannot help but see everyone, every creature with compassion. When you make Krishna your family, automatically everyone becomes a part of your family, every creature. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I am the seed giving father of every living entity, of all living entities. Sarvayonishu kaunteya, murtayaha sambhavanti yaha, tasam brahma mahadyoniraham, bija pradaha pita. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse 4. And when you understand that, then automatically everyone becomes a part of your family. And you cannot help but to see everyone with love and compassion. Of course, that love and compassion shouldn't be mistaken with foolishness or weakness. Because when you say you love someone, when you say you're compassionate, that doesn't mean that you're going to tolerate unwanted, unacceptable behavior. No, even in your family, if there's something wrong happening, you wouldn't be like, oh, I love that person, I'm so compassionate, and be like, just stood there silent with your lips closed. No. Even in your family, if there's something wrong happening, you take stand. And depending on the situation, you punish if there's need for punishment, or you forgive and teach. And that's how it is. Overall, you have love and compassion for every member in your family. That's true. But at the same time, you do not tolerate unacceptable behavior. That's the case here. And when you're talking about punishment, that punishment can even be severe, isn't it? Like, if your son just does wrong things in an intolerable manner, you might even end up sending him out of the home, just kicking him kicking him out of the home. You might even end up kicking him out of the home. So punishment can be severe depending on what kind of deed is done. But overall, you have love and compassion for everyone, every member in the family, isn't it? And that's the point that is made here when you say that everyone becomes a part of your family. You see everyone with love and compassion, at the same time not tolerating the unacceptable behavior. Yeah, everything resides in Krishna. Everyone resides in Krishna, and Krishna resides in the heart of every living entity. Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarva Bhuta Shayasthitaha. Chapter 10, verse 20. Bhagavad Gita. When you realize that in everything Krishna resides and everything resides in Krishna, when you see things from that perspective, now your perspective is not just limited to family-centric or country-centric or even world-centric. Now your perspective becomes God-centric. You see things from such a broader light. And after, you you cannot help but start doing good out of compassion on a spiritual level for the whole of humankind and other species. Afterward, you're just filled with compassion and that divine love when you start seeing that Krishna resides in everyone and everything is of Krishna. The greatest service, you start doing service for the humankind, for the whole of humankind and other species as well. Everything, every living creature out there, you start doing service for them. And the greatest service you can render to your fellow earthly beings is spreading Krishna consciousness. Because that's how a person who is unaware of the reason of his existence in this material world gets to understand who he is, gets to understand his ultimate purpose, and then he strives to go back to home, back to Godhead. That is why God consciousness is so important. Only when a person is exposed to God consciousness, only when a person is exposed to the knowledge that comes from taking Krishna consciousness, is when he becomes aware of himself, of his true self, of the reality around him, everything. And that's when he strives for the ultimate, highest purpose of his life, which is only possible through human life. You see, no other species in this whole entirety of Earth, except human being, can actually realize God consciousness and then go back to Godhead. So there's a reason you've been given this human body. And it's best to make the use of it while you still have it. Because it's not permanent. Human body, the body you're in is not permanent. You're going to have to leave this one day. It's going to die. It may face an accident and just, who knows? So make use of it while you still have it. Yeah, make Krishna your family. And yeah, before ending this video, I just want to point out what happened earlier this morning. Like, I had decided to record this video, but I was confused as to what I'm going to say because I hadn't had anything prepared, any script or something like that. Nothing prepared. And something very interesting happened after that. Around 3 a.m. in the morning today. Do you call it tonight, today, or something? It's 3 a.m. in the morning today. I got a dream where someone came up to me and said, "Oh, you could talk about these things. You could add these points here. You could talk about this and that." And I was like, "Wow, thank you so much." And I woke up and noted those points on my phone, back to bed. And I was in this semi conscious, dreamy state after that. I didn't fall asleep entirely. I was half asleep, kind of in the dream. And I could also sense what was going on around in my physical existence. So I was in that semi conscious state, and I would get the ideas from the dream, wake up again, note all those points, make all those points, back to bed. and I and I knew Krishna was doing all this, and I was like, cool, let's do this, Krishna. And yeah, I find that to be so interesting because just a few hours ago, I didn't have anything prepared for this video. And now all of a sudden, I have like stories to tell you guys, these cute stories to tell you guys to apart from the main information of the video. And that's just so interesting. So no matter what, Krishna is always there. Just turn towards him, he will guide you. He is your best well-wisher and your eternal family. Just like we talked about it before, he is your eternal father, the seed-giving father of all living entities, including you. So just turn towards him. And let's just start treating him as a part of our family. Let's just start treating Krishna as a part of our family while we are in this material world, while we have this human body. We have turned our backs to Krishna so many times. Not again. Let's fully embrace him now. Make Krishna your family. Hare Krishna.